Welcome to the Workforce Development Board of Wisconsin's annual celebration. I'm Seth Lentz, the Executive Director of the Workforce Development Board. We may be gathered separately in front of small screens, but I'm grateful to see so many of our partners coming together to join us today for this special occasion. This event is truly special for us every year, as it's a chance for our organization to share its longstanding commitment to the people, businesses, partners, and communities that make our region thrive. We've been in this work for nearly 40 years. It's important to recognize that our focus has held true over time. We're still committed to using partnership strategies to support under-resourced, underrepresented populations, as well as those entering and re-entering the workforce, and supporting individuals to find career pathway opportunities to match their talents, experiences, and passions. Those successes will keep our businesses, economy, and community strong and vibrant. While we are charged with supporting businesses and workers as we weather these new and ever-evolving workforce landscape, we are also committed to evolving our strategies and partnerships to maintain accessibility to all and to nurture the talent-rich community that values all. This past year was another memorable year filled with shifts in ways we learn, work, and do business. And from our perspective, it's been filled with plenty of challenges as well as opportunities. We appreciate you all and the roles that you play to help us guide our work and impact so many lives in our communities. As usual, today is also an opportunity for us to release our annual report, and we invite you to check that out on our website, wdbscw.org. Inside, you'll find stories, highlights, and details of our work over the past year. On behalf of the Workforce Development Board, the staff, and myself, I would like to express our appreciation and gratitude to all of you, and we look forward to the upcoming adventures in 2022. Now it's my pleasure to turn the meeting over to Laura Cataldo. Laura is the Senior Manager at Baker Tilly, the Chair of the Workforce Development Board, who has provided us steadfast leadership through the past 2 years. Laura?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Laura Cataldo. I'm from Baker Tilly, and I've had the privilege to serve as chair for the Workforce Development Board of South Central Wisconsin for the last 2 years. We're so happy to have all of you with us here today, though I am disappointed that we are once again online instead of in person. We did wait until the last possible minute to finalize the meeting logistics in hopes that we could celebrate this year's award winners together. This past year has proven that through hard work, creativity, and working collaboratively, we can do great things together. So thank you. Thank you for your commitment and dedication during these challenging times to support the Workforce Development Board of South Central Wisconsin's initiatives. Today, we're here to celebrate those impacted by our long-standing workforce partnerships, investments, and initiatives. That's why we've chosen this year's theme as Innovate, Collaborate, Celebrate. With fresh ideas and innovative strategies, coupled with collaboration from our community and our workforce system partners, we are making an impact. We're here to honor and celebrate some outstanding people and organizations who've aspired for more, who are truly making a difference and are integral in our workforce system and local economy. Our continued innovation and collaboration is truly helping to improve the lives of so many, and it's something to celebrate. We're honored to share with you some real life stories of ambition and commitment that we have witnessed. So the individuals that you will meet today chose to keep going no matter what obstacles stood in their way. Language barriers, exiting the correctional system, moving from foster care to adulthood, and preparing for a challenging new career while balancing the demands of motherhood. They have shown self-awareness, dedication, and focus in reaching their goals. So I'm very excited for this next part of our celebration, which is to introduce this year's Aspire Awards. The Aspire Award, the Workforce Development Board's Aspire Awards, date back to 2002, honoring those individuals who rise above challenges as they reach for their career dreams. Through the years, this award has become an important part of the region's workforce system, with more than 55 individuals honored across South Central Wisconsin. The Aspire Awards honor individuals for the ambition and commitment needed to overcome personal and professional obstacles to reach their workforce and career goals. The winners of the award are nominated by the workforce system staff. Their nominations include stories of resilience and achievements as participants of the regional workforce system and members of our community. I have the great honor of announcing the 4 recipients of this year's Aspire Awards. Sharon Bowie. Sharon founded the first American Legion post in prison and served as an elected commander. In 2020, he was released after 25 years. While in prison, he earned a paralegal degree, a bachelor's degree, and 63 other certifications and diplomas. He wrote 2 programs for the Department of Corrections and assisted almost 300 men in obtaining their HSEDs. Sharon served in the U.S. Marine Corps and remains an activist for veterans. He continues to support veterans and the veteran community while employed at Porchlight as a peer support specialist, Just Dane as a health navigator promoting the COVID vaccine, and Marquette University as the community liaison, where he's writing a class to teach in the spring. Sharon is set to receive his master's degree in criminal justice and hopes to make a systematic change in the criminal justice system. Melanie Platt. Melanie entered Madison College as a non-traditional student and earned her associate's degree in the nursing program. She left her phlebotomy job to return to school so she could continue her education and took on a part-time bartending job, all while being the mother to 3 children. Melanie provided encouragement to her fellow classmates and was a champion for her own kids, the oldest of which was preparing for their own college journey. At her nursing graduation ceremony, Melanie was even pinned by one of her children. After passing her state board exam, Melanie said she felt prepared with the skills needed to succeed. She's since accepted a case management position with a Grace. Melanie is unfortunately not able to attend us today, but we are so excited to see what goals she accomplishes in her future. Marlene Thompson. Marlene was a single mom without a high school diploma when she aged out of the foster care system. She used her independent living and WIOA resources to set herself up for success. And in 2019, she signed a lease on her first apartment, which helped her gain the confidence that she needed to obtain her HSED. Marlene's a member of the Youth Advisory Council, where she recently spoke on a Black History Month youth panel, highlighting her experience as a Black youth in foster care. She's currently enrolled in the Early Childhood Education program at Madison College and hopes to build her parenting skills for her own daughter while pursuing a career in childcare. Marlene continues to find motivation within herself to balance work, school, and motherhood as she's advancing on the path for success. Jose Aguilar. Jose did not have a high school diploma and was unemployed when he enrolled at Moraine Park Technical College to improve his English and literacy skills. He developed strong relationships with the college and WIOA staff and built a strong network of people that supported him and encouraged him. Jose obtained his GED during the COVID shutdown and was chosen to speak at his graduation ceremony. He decided to take his education a step further and enrolled in a welding program at Moraine Park. Today, Jose is balancing work at ConAgra Foods and taking on freelance construction jobs. All very, very worthy awardees today. But let's take a moment to look back at some of our collaborations and contributions over the past year. Here, you'll also be able to put the face to the name of our awardees and hear a bit more about their achievements as part of our workforce system and the programs that have provided them assistance.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sharon Bowie, and it is an absolute pleasure and thrill to be here.
Hi, my name is Jose.
Hi, I'm Melanie Platt.
Well, I'm automatically connected to you guys from Aging Out of Care, and I stayed connected because you offered me plenty of resources that actually got me really far.
FC talked to me about coming here with MorphSmart that they could help me get their GED, and they could help me get a better job. And I like that because that's what I wanted.
Well, the first thing that I received is acceptance. When you matriculate from a penal institution back to society, you never know whether or not an individual will view you in a negative light, or if they will accept you and perhaps provide you guidance. I can write a resume, I can make a phone call, but what I can't do is give myself that hope and give myself that impetus to keep moving forward. That's something that was external, and it's something that was provided by your organization.
Well, they helped me get my GED, and I work at a packing company.
But I currently go to school at MATC for an early childhood education program, and I currently work for MSCR.
I'm in my final semester at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. I'm now just one class away from having my master's degree in criminal justice. And then after this, I will be taking the LSAT next month, and hopefully I will be attending University of Wisconsin Law School in the fall.
I want things that I didn't have growing up or that I got to see on TV. So I feel that there should be more women of color in big salary earned fields or jobs and stuff. Like right now I'm interested in teaching kids, also social work. I'm interested in doing hair, maybe becoming a paralegal, being a therapist, kind of everything.
My next goal is to become a wound care certified nurse.
And for me to have a job here with benefits and getting deducted Social Security and all of that, I mean, I'm glad that I was introduced to WorkSmart.
I've accomplished a lot since getting into the foster care system generally. Had a baby. I've kind of been raising her on my own for a long time since she's been here with the help of your program, of course. I graduated high school. I got my first apartment.
A lot of people think that accolades are what you should be most proud of. And if that is what you believe, then more power to you. I'm happy for you. But I've learned, for me, that accolades really, truly mean nothing. I mean, I am so honored and thrilled to receive this award. But what is most important to me was that as a result of losing my daughter, losing my only child, losing the love of my life, I found my identity.
So I would recommend people to join this team, which is Marine Park and the Work Smart program, that really helps. To get you on track on life.
I would like to give a shout out to multiple people. First and foremost, my 3 children. There was obviously a lot of stress and challenges while I was going to full-time nursing school, and they were troopers about it and always supportive, regardless of the circumstances. Also, my teachers and staff at MATC Reedsburg.
Right? You have no idea the power of just personal connection. And that's what I would tell everyone who would like to work with WorkSmart. That's what you're going to get, that personal connection, because guess what? The one thing that I felt when I worked with everyone at WorkSmart is that I was the most important person at that time.
I have to say, it gives me a little bit of goosebumps as I sit here hearing their stories and seeing how bright their future is despite the challenges that they've faced. So as we're waiting for Sharon and Marlene and Jose to join us, we'll give them just a few moments to come on and turn their cameras on and unmute. Hello, Sharon.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great. A little nervous, but
Yeah.
other than that, doing great.
Well, the nice thing is you can just look at this as a conversation between us because we won't see the pictures of the attendees. Marlene and Jose, you saw the video just now?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. So Jose and Marlene are joining us, and then we'll get started, and it's just an easy conversation.
Okay.
Marlene and Jose, you'll need to unmute yourselves. There we go. Hi, Marlene.
Hello.
So we very much appreciate, I know you are right in the middle of your workday.
Yeah.
So you've made arrangements to step out to come and join us. So thank you.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Oh, and here's Jose. Hello, Jose. Jose, if you can unmute, hit the little microphone button, that would be great. Should be on the bottom left of your screen. Looks like it says mute and it has a little microphone. But while you figure that out, we'll go ahead and get started. It's an honor to have the 3 of you joining us here today and to be part of a panel discussion. Your accomplishments are great. I couldn't wait to meet you in person here after reading your backgrounds and seeing the videos, because you all have such different stories and have accomplished so much, and your futures are so bright that we just want to hear a little bit more about everything that's brought you to this point and where you're going next. So I'll start just by throwing out some questions, and again, this is a conversation, so let's see where it takes us. Sharon, since you got first on the call, I'll start with you. If you could look back at your past self and not knowing everything that you've gotten to accomplish at this point of your life, what would you tell yourself? Is there anything that you've learned in this journey that you wish you could go back in time and tell your past self?
Yes, that's a very great question, Laura. There is no doubt whatsoever. There's a lot of things that I would tell my past self, but a couple of things that I think are really important is that as a younger man, I didn't necessarily believe that I could compete at various levels. And, I joined the Marine Corps as a test to myself. While in the Marine Corps, I went to college as a test to myself, but I still operated under this suspicion that I was never quite good enough. Well, if I could go back now, I tell that 19-year-old, that 18-year-old, that 22-year-old, you are good enough. You can compete at the highest level. And the only competition that you have is a competition within yourself. So don't be vulnerable and do not be afraid of what you fear. Instead, go out and meet it. That's what I tell to myself.
Yeah, what a powerful message, I think, for all of us to share with the young people that we encounter in our lives, because I think you're exactly right. We put the limits on ourselves as far as what we think we can and cannot accomplish, or what's holding us back. Jose, how about for you? Is there anything, as you look back before you entered class at Moraine Park, anything that you wish you would have known about what could be in the future?
Oh, um, I was too young back then and to make decisions, and mm, I told myself that, well, I'm glad that we made it. Well, I'm here where I always wanted to be. Have all of this help that I didn't have then, and it's been a good journey after all. After all, it's been a long way, but we have accomplished what we wanted when I was younger, I started working at a young age and getting about education, and now that I'm here, I'm real happy though.
Good. So really setting your sights on that goal and just keep going and persevere through it all. Marlene, you've already beaten the odds and accomplished so much as such a young woman. What accomplishment are you most proud of today?
Honestly, I don't have a specific. I've come from just a lot of bad. So I guess my best accomplishment is getting out of that and moving forward and continuing to accomplish things as I go. So I can't necessarily say I have a specific.
So with all those, those challenges, what gave you hope? What kept you going?
In the beginning, nothing. I was ready to give up for a really long time. But then I was 17 and I had a child. And I knew that at that time I wasn't meant to be technically a mother at that age, but it was something that motivated me to do more because I didn't come from my own family. I've always had everybody else's. So just having my own child was like a really big push for me.
Yeah, it's kind of like that spark that just is always lit.
Yeah.
And the hope of what you can give her that maybe you felt you didn't have for yourself. That's
Exactly that.
Yeah. So Jose, being asked to speak at Moraine Park's commencement, that's a huge honor. You must have just felt so proud. How does it make you feel to know that you're inspiring others, maybe even, others that you didn't engage with day to day at school?
Well, what can I say? I'm real happy to be here. I mean, it was a long journey though, living in Texas and coming here to Wisconsin, find these people that really me out to do to get my life back, where I had to be, even though it was a hard time living down in Texas. But it's been fun though. It's been fun. I really like it. I mean, I will talk to people about going back to having an education and find a good job and a better life,
And it sounds like even though, you completed the first step in your education, now you went back in to take some welding classes and you're working, but also pursuing some construction work. What's your next target? Where do you think we'll find Jose in the next 2 to 3 years?
Well, I think I can accomplish a lot of things. Well, a lot of people, but sometimes you get stuck and you don't know what to do. But the next step is to see if I can get my own company on construction and be part of the skill that I got on welding to look into work, you know,
Mhm.
and have my own company. That's my next goal.
Well, that's admirable. Congratulations on that goal.
Yes.
Marlene, how about you? I know you're studying early childhood, but listening to your video, you're interested in many paths: social work, being a therapist, teaching, cosmetology, paralegal.
Yeah.
Where do you see your destination being?
Honestly, just a big house with the picket fence. Everything that I saw on TV is what I want. I want the big salary jobs, the big families with the dog and the cat. Sometimes even the big fish thing. Yeah, I want it all. So that's where I see myself with my daughter. Maybe a few more. Maybe not. Maybe
Okay.
not. But yeah, just there.
Yeah.
Successful, some kind of success.
So your journey will keep on going as you're going through the educational process and growing as a mom and with your daughter. You're still finding where the best spot is, but I can see by the twinkle in your eye and your smile that you're pretty confident that future is going to be bright.
Yes, it has to be.
Yeah. Sharon, you have an amazing story. You left the correctional system after 25 years with 2 degrees and 60 plus certifications. You're a veteran. You're commander of an American Legion post, wrapping up your master's degree, applying for law school. I mean, you've accomplished far more at this point than most people ever do in their lifetimes. And, it's hard to not feel that there's no stopping you now. What are your sights focused on? Where are you headed next? I know to law school.
Well, recently I was appointed to the Federal Defenders Board of the Eastern and Western District Court, Federal Court, and I hope to effectuate a change in regards to veterans laws in this country. And you have to excuse me, but every chance I get, I take this opportunity to explain to individuals or to inform individuals that I believe there's a grave injustice that is being served upon our disabled American veterans who are just as impacted and marginalized. If a veteran is incarcerated after 61 days behind bars, that veteran loses the benefits that they have earned as a result of their service, even if there is no nexus to the causation of the service and the crime that they're accused of. So I think that's an injustice. It's a law in the United States, and my goal is to get that law changed. I want to change the law in the United States of America, and I believe that the more people who know about this, the more outraged they become, the better an opportunity to effectuate this change.
Wow, what passion and just a big goal that really not just will help you get a sense of gratification, but will really help so many.
Yes, there's no
That's-
question about it.
That's amazing. So the different programs within the workforce system you've all touched a different one, whether it be Work Smart, Windows to Work, independent living. Is there one component of those programs that really made the difference for you in getting to where you are today? Marlene, I'll start with you because I know at 11 you have to cut off at a certain point. With
Gotta
the
get back to the
independent
girls.
living program, was there anything in particular that you can think of that, really was that tipping point in making this all possible for you?
No, actually, there is no specific. Everything, almost everything made everything possible for me. We first started off with an apartment and then we went to my education, and now I can afford to work and go to school at the same time. It's still maintaining everything inside my apartment. So no, I don't have any specifics. I think all of it was very helpful, especially the person that I work with.
Yeah, no, that's great. And Jose, how about for you? Anything in particular within the Work Smart system that was helpful for you in achieving your goals and getting to where you are?
Sign me up to get my GED, and and sent me up into college. It's been real great. I feel good. I mean, really enjoying everything that I'm doing right now, and I want to keep going forward. I'm not stopping at all. I mean, I want to be here with this staff that has helped me a lot, and it makes me feel like I tell you, it makes me feel real good.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does. Work smart really helped me a lot.
That's great. And Sharon, with the Windows to Work and probably the many people that you've encountered in your journey, what had the biggest impact of you, or is there anyone or any entity that, you're really thankful that they were there to support you?
Well, there are more people that I have time, obviously, to thank. I mean, it takes a full network of conscientious, caring people to result in one person being successful. No person is an island, and I am the best example that I can think of to as truth of that. But if I did have to thank a few people, one of them would be Renee Cephas from the Department of Workforce and Development. She was instrumental when I was first released from prison in providing me with the confidence that not only could I be accepted, but that I could compete in today's marketplace with today's technology. And she spent her time by just talking to me, right? Not necessarily writing a resume, not necessarily doing those other things, but she was just so instrumental in building up my confidence. And Dave Walters, and of course, Bill Stahl from the Department of Workforce Development. Those two were just, they all coordinated together to make sure that I was successful, and they took it personal that I would be successful. Then, of course, there's my mentor, John Givens from the Just Dane organization. And there's Kate Finley from the UW Law School. Then there's friends who've supported me over the years while I was incarcerated. Mr. Bruce Pennington, Dr. Carol Cohen, and a lady who I love, more than just about anyone on the face of this planet, Sister Mary Painter, my Aunt Ruby, who is like a mother to me, and my sister Carrie, who is my best friend and most supportive person on the face of this planet. And I do have a girlfriend now, Leslie. She has been supportive of me. Although we're kind of rocky right now, we're on and off, but you know how that is right before the holidays. But I do want to go ahead and let her know that I appreciate her as well.
Well, we'll have to make sure she gets access to a recording of this so that she can see what a great catch you are.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you make sure she does that.
All right. Well, Jose, are you leaving? Oh, did you want to say? Yep, go ahead.
Yes, before we go, like Sharon was saying, I want to thank Talita and all the staff here in Marine Park and everybody. I mean, I forgot to say thank you to Talita Cushman, and thanks a lot to you guys too. And nice meeting you guys, Sharon and Marlene.
Marlene, I'll give you the
Thanks, guys.
last word. Is there a thank you that you want to pass along?
Well, I have to give my thank you to Alex Maves and everyone else at the Workforce Development Place. You guys are amazing.
Yeah. Well, it has, thank you for being here today and joining with us so that we could celebrate your accomplishments. Sharon, you said, there's a long list of people. Well, some of those people and some of those partners for the Workforce Board are listening in today and watching. And so as chair of the Workforce Board, I want to say thank you to all of you partners that are allowing the Workforce Development Board to make an impact on lives like Sharon and Marlene and Jose, because they needed support, and all of us through collaboration were able to come together and provide them that opportunity. And it's so exciting to be able to celebrate their accomplishments today. And it really makes the work of this board such a pleasure. So Sharon, Marlene, Jose, thank you. Congratulations. It's been an honor to have a few moments to talk with you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to welcome the Workforce Development Board of South Central Wisconsin's chair-elect, Francis Langer of Nestle Purina North America, to join us to announce the 2021 Champions in Action Award recipients. Francis?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for bearing with me there. On behalf of everyone or on behalf of the Workforce Development Board, I'm pleased to announce the 2 recipients of this year's Champions in Action Award. Since 1994, the Workforce Development Board has recognized companies and leaders for their commitment and support in our work to move individuals into quality jobs and build workforce solutions. These awardees aren't just advocates for innovative workforce solutions, they're leaders in developing new strategies and actively implementing new initiatives. This year, we'll present 2 Champions in Action Awards to those that have been strong supporters of innovative and collaborative workforce strategies. Todd Lasansky. Todd Lasansky with McFarlane Manufacturing continues to advocate for workforce development programs and initiatives. He actively supports our industry partnership as a member of the Manufacturing Alliance for Columbia, Sauk, and the Marquette region, providing valuable insight into the skills needed for the industry. Todd is also a strong promoter of career pathway strategies for youth. He's worked closely with his organization to expand its youth apprenticeship opportunities, and McFarland has doubled its youth apprenticeships in 2021. Todd has also invested time to support Guide Ed, an initiative designed to inform high school students about the careers in manufacturing through company tours and information sessions. He worked closely with the board to pivot the initiative to a virtual model during the pandemic and back again to in-person. In addition, Todd showed great commitment to supporting our workforce systems business initiatives during the pandemic by participating in pilot strategies, including the click-through and drive-through job fairs. We thank Todd for his innovation and collaboration in helping to build a strong workforce system. The second recipient of the 2021 Champions in Action Award is Claudine Bukeski. Claudine is with April Air, is an active member of the Made in Dane Manufacturing Council. She's been a key player and catalyst for sharing of best practices and resources within the council and representing the group at the 2021 South Central Wisconsin Manufacturing Council's fall meeting. Claudine is a champion for educating the community on careers available in the manufacturing industry. Offering her time and expertise, Claudine collaborated with the Workforce Development Board to showcase the industry to a range of audiences, including English language learners and youth. She led industry and career presentations for English language learners in the Progresso program, a collaboration of the United Way of Dane County, the Hire Initiative, and Centro Hispano. Claudine's also connected with high school students and faculty through the Guide Ed initiative, an initiative designed to inform high school students about careers in manufacturing through company tours and information sessions. She's helped individuals prepare for the job search as a contributor to the virtual Reverse Job Fair pilot program. We appreciate the innovation and collaboration Claudine's contributed toward building a strong workforce system. Now we're going to look at a video featuring this year's Champions in Action and their work over the last year.
Todd Lasansky, General Manager of McFarlane Manufacturing Facility. And so we're a pretty diverse company we have a retail business unit and a manufacturing business unit.
Hi there, I'm Claudine Bukeski, the Talent Acquisition Manager at April Air, division of Research Products Corporation. April Air is in the business of providing healthy air within homes across the United States.
The partnership with the Workforce Development Board, specifically and has really broadened our understanding, our awareness, our collaboration, and maybe even more specifically, our understanding of the various programs that are available, the educational opportunities that we've taken advantage of over the years. In some cases, they're that includes recruiting options and efforts. That might include things such as the job fairs, but it also really all cohesively comes together in a lot of what our focus is retention and recruiting. And then last but not least, the youth apprentice program has been a huge success for us. And that was really introduced to us through the Workforce Development Board.
We have been grateful for our partnership with the Work Smart Group as we've continued to explore our partnership over the last year or so that I've been able to work with Jeff and his team. We've also seen the Work Smart partnership be incredibly valuable as we expanded out to other organizations and groups such as Centro Hispano, where we were able to present more about April Air to those participants and encourage them with opportunities that April Air could help provide them as they were exploring their career opportunities post-training. We've also been able to enjoy some great discussions and meetings with Maiden Dane Group. Over the last year that I've been a part of that group, we've been able to talk through barriers and challenges, lean on one another to discuss how we were going to combat COVID within our workplaces, both from a safety perspective, but also beyond from a humanistic perspective.
The Manufacturing Alliance has really been a great long-term partnership for us. And it's given us an opportunity to leverage that training, to collaboratively establish some cross-school district, cross-company programming.
I just want to extend a thank you to this organization for allowing me to be a part of the Work Smart group and all the key individuals who have helped support our community.
Ambition, innovation, and collaboration of many different people are needed to vitalize our workforce system. If it wasn't for the strength of our relationships and networks, we wouldn't have the impact that we do. Thank you for being partners in this work. We know our work isn't done, and we'll continue to innovate and collaborate to create more success in the coming year. Before we end today's celebration, we'd like to take a moment to thank Laura Cataldo for her time and contributions as board chair. Laura stepped into the chair role in 2020, and we would not have been able to accomplish so much during these unprecedented times without her wise counsel and patient advice. I really appreciate Laura's poise and insight that she brings to our meetings and leadership of the board. We truly appreciate your dedication and leadership to the board, Laura. And with that, we thank you for joining us this year in this year's celebration. Congratulations to all the award recipients. We wish you all a safe and happy holiday season.